Today we're going to explain the movie Black Panther Wakanda Forever. In the first Black Panther movie, a giant vibranium meteor landed in Wakanda, but now, it is shown that another vibranium meteor had landed on Earth and crashed in the Atlantic Ocean, near the Yucatan state. No one was aware of this meteor landing for thousands of years until 1571 when Yucatan was infected with the smallpox virus that was wiping out thousands of people. There, a man from the Mayan tribe received a vision from their Chaac deity who showed him the location of an herb in the sea, made by vibranium's radiation. The man brings the herb and gives it to his tribe. They liquefy the herb and drink it, which cures their diseases, turns their skin blue, and makes them physically powerful than normal people. In this process, the tribe's people lost their ability to breathe on land and developed gills on their necks, so they started living in the water where the vibranium meteor had crashed. They started making their colonies and used vibranium to make their palaces, eventually establishing their kingdom, called Talocan. During all these events, a Mayan woman, named Fen, took the vibranium herb while she was pregnant. The herb changed her but also mutated her child. Fen gave birth to her son in the ocean, but her son was way more powerful than the rest of her people. Her son could breathe in water and on land. He could fly and aged very slowly. They named the boy Kukulkan, but some would call him Namor. Namor is made the king of Talocan due to his extraordinary abilities. Before Namor's mother passed away, she wished to be buried on land, where she was born, so the young king took his mother's body to land. During that period, the Spanish were oppressing the tribal people, which infuriated Namor, so he slaughtered all of them. This makes Namor hate humans. Centuries pass by and no one knows about the existence of Talocan and its vibranium. Now, in 2024, King T'Challa is suffering from a serious illness that could only be cured by the heart-shaped herb, but the villainous Eric Killmonger had destroyed all of them a few years ago. T'Challa's younger sister, Princess Shuri, is working hard in the lab to recreate the heart-shaped herb, but she fails. Her mother, Queen Ramonda, arrives in her lab and delivers the terrible news that her brother, the King of Wakanda, has passed away, leaving the duty of the nation on Ramonda's shoulders. They hold a funeral for T'Challa and share their loss. A year passes by now and it's 2025. Queen Ramonda exposes some nations in the United Nations for sending soldiers to ambush Wakandan research centers to steal vibranium. She gives them a warning and leaves. America and other nations badly wanted vibranium to enhance their arsenal, but they had no other option left, so they started searching for vibranium in the rest of the world. Eventually, the CIA acquires a vibranium detecting machine from a scientist. They locate the vibranium in the Atlantic Ocean and prepare for extraction. In the ocean, the CIA gets attacked by the people of Talocan and Namor. The Talocan soldiers infiltrate the CIA ship and annihilate everyone. Back in Wakanda, Princess Shuri still hasn't moved on from her brother's death, so one day, her mother, Queen Ramonda, takes her near the lake. They bring T'Challa's funeral clothes and burn them to move on from the pain, but Shuri hesitates to participate in the ritual. Suddenly, Namor appears and brings the vibranium locating machine for them. He introduces himself and informs them that T'Challa made a grave mistake when he told the world about vibranium, because they are looking for it underwater, which is a threat to his kingdom. Namor tells them there's a scientist who created this machine and they need to hand him over to Talocan, otherwise he will attack Wakanda first. Afterward, the Wakandans find out that Namor is telling the truth, so they need to find that scientist before Namor can get his hands on him. Shuri and Okoye visit America to meet CIA agent Everett Ross, who had worked with them before. Shuri informs him they are looking for a scientist who created the vibranium detecting machine to save him. Ross tells them the scientist is not a man but a female MIT student named Riri Williams. So Shuri and Okoye visit Riri at MIT. They inform Riri that the machine she made for the CIA is causing trouble, so they've come to take her to Wakanda for her protection. Riri reveals she didn't create it for the CIA but for her class project. She tells them she has to grab some stuff from her warehouse before heading to Wakanda. There, Riri grabs her stuff, but they get surrounded by the CIA. Riri shows Shuri her version of an Iron Man suit that she designed herself. She escapes in that, while Okoye and Shuri escape on a bike and a car. They ditch the CIA but get attacked by the Talocan Ills. They came to eliminate Riri, so Okoye and Shuri fight them. After being overpowered by the water breathers, Shuri requests them to take her and Riri to their king. They accept her offer and take them to Talocan, while Okoye returns to Wakanda alone. She informs Queen Ramonda about everything, so out of anger, Ramonda removes her from the Dora Milaje. Later, Ramonda calls Shuri and her call connects to Everett Ross because he found Shuri's communication bracelet at the accident site. Ross and his ex-wife Valentina, who's also the director of the CIA, believe the Wakandans have Riri, but Ramonda informs him that Shuri has also been kidnapped by someone along with Riri Williams. Meanwhile, in Talokan, Shuri meets Namor. Namor shows Shuri his kingdom and tells her about his culture and history. Namor warns Shuri that he will do anything to protect his kingdom, even if he has to battle the world. Shuri tries to talk him out of it and to spare Riri's life. Namor enlightens her that one day, the world will unite to attack Wakanda and Talokan to steal vibranium, so they need to join forces and attack them first. He offers his friendship to Wakanda and gives Shuri his mother's bracelet, made from the vibranium herb. But Shuri doesn't want to be his acquaintance in destroying the world. Namor then warns her if Wakanda doesn't support Talokan, then he'll destroy Wakanda first. On the other hand, Ramonda tracks down Nakia, T'Challa's ex-girlfriend and a secret Wakandan spy. Nakia had been secretly residing in Haiti for the past 6 to 7 years. Ramonda knows Nakia is a good spy, so she discloses Shuri's situation to Nakia and orders her to find and bring Shuri home. Nakia gets to work and finds her way to Yucatan. There, she finds out about Namor's existence by questioning some of the locals. She locates Shuri in the ocean and heads underwater for her extraction. Queen Ramonda holds a meeting with Namor on the beach and distracts him long enough so Nakia can rescue Shuri and Riri from Talokan. She reunites with Shuri and helps her and Riri escape from Talokan. When Namor returns and finds out Shuri betrayed him and left with Riri, he loses it and plans an all-out attack on Wakanda. He prepares his army and they all head to invade Wakanda. Namor attacks Wakanda and floods the entire city. The King's Guard and Dora Milaje get occupied with rescuing the public while the Wakandan army fights off the water breathers. Namor finds his way to the royal palace and floods it with water as well, which results in the death of Queen Ramonda. Namor still spares Wakanda temporarily and gives them a week to join him again, and if they still don't, he'll invade with his entire army and destroy Wakanda completely. Subsequently, they hold a funeral for Ramonda and bury her. Back in America, CIA Director Valentina discovers that Ross has been working for Wakanda and arrests him for treason. Now, Shuri swears to destroy Namor and his kingdom, so she starts preparing her army for war. She appoints Okoye back and gives her a new combat suit while she helps Riri in perfecting her suit, Iron Man suit. Later, Shuri tries to recreate the heart-shaped herb so she can become the Black Panther and fight Namor. This time she uses the bracelet that Namor had gifted her and successfully recreates an artificial heart-shaped herb. She liquefies the herb and drinks it to perform the Black Panther ritual with Nakia and Riri. In this ritual, drinking the herb transports you to the ancestral plane, where one meets his ancestors in the afterlife. Shuri had hoped to meet his brother or father, but she doesn't meet any one of them. Instead, she comes across her evil scheming cousin, Eric Killmonger, who died fighting against T'Challa. T'Challa and other Wakandans would see their ancestors because they sought guidance and confrontation, but Shuri meets Killmonger because she was fueled with hatred and revenge. Killmonger manipulates her into going to war with Namor. Shuri wakes up and successfully gains the powers of Black Panther. She prepares a new Black Panther suit for her and meets with M'Baku, the leader of the Jabari clan. She asks for his help to fight against Namor and he joins her. The next day, Shuri prepares the Wakandan armies, the Dora Milaje, the Jabari, and Riri Williams, and boards them on a warship heading for war. They reach the Atlantic Ocean and set off the vibranium detecting machine in the ocean, which alerts Namor and his people. Namor suspects it to be the Americans again and takes his army to attack them. They come out of the ocean to attack and witness the Wakandan army in all its glory. Shuri leads her army and the Wakandans being their assault. While they all fight on the ship, Shuri distracts Namor and captures him in their Talon jets. She heats the temperature inside the jet to weaken Namor and takes him to an island to fight alone. She battles him and weakens him with fire attacks and eventually beats him. She decides to end Namor's life until she gets a vision from the ancestral plane. She sees her mother, who makes her realize she's consumed with revenge. Shuri realizes her mistake and tells Namor she'll spare him and offer her friendship to Talokan if he yields and ends the war. Namor submits and returns to Talokan with his army. Namor's people weren't happy with Namor's yielding, but he explained to his kingdom that Wakanda's friendship would benefit them a lot in the future. Back in Wakanda, everything is back to normal. Riri Williams is sent back home and Shuri plants her artificial herb in a garden so the Black Panther ritual can carry on for future generations. Meanwhile, Ross gets sent to jail, but he gets rescued by Okoye. In the end, Shuri visits Nakia in Haiti to burn T'Challa's clothes to move on and find peace. In the mid-credits scene, Nakia reveals to Shuri that she had a son with T'Challa, named Toussaint. Only Ramonda knew about him because T'Challa wanted Toussaint to stay away from the pressure of the throne. That's why he sent Nakia and Toussaint to reside in Haiti. Shuri greets Toussaint and the movie ends here. If you like our video, kindly subscribe our channel and press the bell icon so that you don't miss our new video, and also leave a comment. It encourages us for making more content. Thanks.